Hello, everyone. Hopefully by now you have begun the important steps of surveying topics for your persuasive writing project and have a pretty good idea of what's interesting to you and what you would like to research further. Today, we're going to discuss the process of developing a thesis statement. This statement does not have to be the one you use on your final project, but we're going to begin the process of establishing what our overall question will be for this project. So what is a thesis statement? A thesis statement is a sentence after your introduction that will state what you're going to talk about, what you want to prove, and why it matters, or the points you want to make to support your opinion. Here's an example. If I'm writing a paper about sandwiches and why I think peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are the best, my thesis statement might look something like this. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are the best type of sandwich because they are versatile, easy to make, and taste good. As you can see, your thesis statement can be about just about anything, but it needs to have three main components. The first is the topic. The topic is an outline of the overall thing that we are going to discuss. The opinion is a firm statement of what we believe. The how and why is how we are going to prove to our audience that our opinion is correct and why it matters. Back to our example, we aren't discussing any old sandwich and why sandwiches in general are great. We're talking about peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. We can add more detail and be more specific, like peanut butter and orange marmalade sandwiches, or we could be less specific and say just peanut butter sandwiches. But our opinion and the why and how components need to reflect this specification. Our opinion is a statement of what we care about or what we learned and what we want to convince our audience of. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches aren't just okay sandwiches, but they are the best. And now it is your job to convince your audience. In the how and why part of the thesis statement, we are trying to get a general idea of why it matters and the main points that we want to support your argument. Tell your audience, so what? Why should they care? Be careful here not to try to prove all of your points then and there, but use what you think is the strongest point to support your opinion. It takes practice to look at your notes and figure out how you can lump facts together into these general ideas. So let's take a look at this all together again. You can see that this statement has all three components of an effective thesis statement. You have the subject, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Our opinion is that they're the best, and the points we're making are that they're versatile, easy to make, and taste good. One way of establishing a thesis statement is to organize all of your notes into a chart. As you've been reviewing information, you've been practicing writing down anything that you think is relevant to your topic. We are going to take those notes and separate them into subject, opinion, and how and why onto this chart. Starting with your subject, write down the overall theme or questions that you have for this project. Then write down anything that's an opinion, either your own opinion or things that support a general opinion on that subject, whether it agrees with yours or not. Then write down all of the information that supports any of the opinions that you found. Now it's your turn to practice. Pause this video and separate your notes into the three categories as we discussed. Once you have done that, you can begin to see some connections or overall themes that answer the thesis question. What's it all about? What do I think based on what I found? And what ideas and themes support it best? If you're still struggling to create a thesis statement, take a look at your chart again and try to answer these 6 questions. You may be able to see some commonalities across the themes and create these buzzwords for the subject, the opinion, and the how-why that can be pushed together into one succinct sentence. Summarize the columns in your chart into 1 or 2 words each. Use those words to put together a sentence. This is the beginning of your thesis statement. As you do more research on your topic and are ready to start creating, revisit this chart with your new notes and make sure that the statement still lines up with what you want to say. With a strong thesis statement, you are sure to have a very strong project.